yung mga feel-good stories dito sa Mpbl Coach Mike
Oo, ball is life, pero there are things bigger than life, and I love that story of John Hamon. And the analogy, oh, what a beautiful play. The analogy of, coming back immediately to a game after your graduation.
Yan yung quarter scoring natin. 16-8 Cebu first quarter. Ilagan outscoring the Greats by 13, 27-14 in the second. Tapos, nip and tuck affair na tayo nung third.
Oo, kanya-kanyang sagutan na pagdating sa scoring. But the good thing here is if you're Ilagan, you're preventing a number of shot attempts para dito sa Cebu because of your defense. Right now, in terms of attempts, they are plus 15. And so you gotta credit that to the defense of the Ilagan Cowboys. Now, the very few times that Cebu has gotten a shot, hindi ganun pumapasok agad, pahirapan din sila makascore
Grabe yung sipag ng J-Boy Solis. Alam niya magmimintes, sinabol niya. And grab his 7th rebound. Actually, 8 rebounds now for J-Boy.
Naunahan pa niya mga kakampi niya
Uy! Gumaru thought Solis was still there.
Well, one, that wasn't enough space in that situation. Which is why they turned that ball over. A little bit of indecisiveness. Nothing was clear. Everything was on the gray area. Kaya hindi alam kung which is white, which is black. Kaya nag-turn over.
LGR is the official outfitter of the Mpbl. First time mag-downsize itong Cebu. Jan Hamon, Ryle Meca, June Manzo together with Alvin Baitiong and Ken Hombis. Ball stolen away by Dennis Santos. Pushing it. Santos, sidestep. The layup is good.
That's how you play it. You gotta go and finish it. You're a big man running down the middle of the floor. You're getting untouched. You got to the half of the lane. Nobody's still stopping you. You gotta go to your footwork to decelerate and finish strong.
Check out our fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
And you love that he really pushed that rock down the gut of the defense. Jan Hamon was not there to stop him. Ryle Meca tried to, but he came in late. Just a really good finish for the big man in Dennis Santos.
Manzo, siya na magbababa dito. Lapas kay Don Gumaru. Nasa loob na si Mark Meneses for the Greats. Manzo on the right side, still with the basketball. 9 to work with. Manzo drives baseline. Hamon drives. Floats it up. Wala. Baitiong couldn't track down the miss. Kumalip against Mark Meneses.
Daming offensive weapons ng Ilagan.
That's why Coach Louie is pretty much excited with their prospects. They want to go deep in the playoffs in the North. Mark Dyke finally scores his first field goal of the game.
And this is what Coach Alex Calweng was mentioning earlier about ang dami nag-improve. And you see it on the floor. Nice pass!
Meneses though, too strong, grabs his own miss. Manzo with a much-needed free to pull to within 6.
They're still in this. This is still a very close game. You got almost 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth, and you're down only double digits.
Solis.
Or down only 6 rather, sorry.
Manzo with a steal. Numbers here. Manzo, no foul. Santos, the pass. Don Gumaru, the floater will drop.
That right there, I feel Dennis Santos was just being careful. He understood that there was a defender coming right behind him. Didn't want to get into a little bit of physicality and had to give it up to Gumaru.
Hamon, well-challenged shot. Kumalip was in his grill. Gumaru drives left. Another teardrop for the former Arellano Chief, Don Gumaru.
Well, once a scorer, you never stop scoring, no matter how many misses you get. Similar to how Gab Gomez has played earlier, and Don Gumaru, at some point, has got to take those shots.
It was Manzo losing the basketball and great patience. Santos not forcing it up, giving it to Don Gumaru. And here on the ensuing play, Gumaru with a floater, back-to-back baskets para kay Don Gumaru as Ilagan re-establishing a double-digit lead. Timeout Cebu. with us here at the San Andres Sports Complex. Gixxer, fan of the game, born for greatness. All smiles dahil nga lamang ang Isabela. Ilagan Isabela Cowboys by 10 points, 58-48, but still a lot of time left in this game. J-Boy Solis though has been a revelation tonight laban sa Cebu.
Yeah, these numbers are not surprising at all for J-Boy Solis. These are regular J-Boy Solis numbers. Points, rebounds, close to a double-double, those assists, a couple of steals.
Showing us why he was an important acquisition during the trade and free agency window. Coming from Parañaque, now with Ilagan Isabela.
Matter of fact, in this game, hindi pa nga natin masyado nakita yung 3-point shooting nito ni J-Boy Solis. He's 0 out of 2 from 3, or he hasn't attempted from 3 yet in this game.
Mark Dyke.
Ooh.
They get it back. Santos fires. No. Mark Dyke with a rebound. Foul given up by Mactalio.
Oh, that might have been an interference right there.
Oh.
The ball was still pretty much on the rim. Somebody held on to the net. And he got rocked. Baseline out of bounds here for Ilagan. Yeah, I love this play.
Bumaru.
I love this play.
Drifting right. Santos!
I love this play.
Drills in that free.
That's the really good thing about that play. You get your shooters off a back pick going to the corners.
Martel. Too strong, but a foul whistled on Ilagan.
You see that last play by Ilagan on the baseline out of bounds? That was the thing of beauty. Start off with the back pick for your shooters relocate to the corners, your bigs will switch. This time around, they run what's called a corner exit for Denny Santos, setting up for that beautiful three. And with the length and the ability of Denny Santos to shoot threes from there, there's a high probability that shot's gonna go in.
Denny Santos, 8 points, 4 rebounds against his former team. Team manager John Santos for Cebu. Lian Martel. Mintis ang kanyang mga free throws. Lead remains at 13. Dondon Gumaro. The pass broken up by Mark Meneses. Naagaw ni Josh Giab. Giab lays it up and in. Biggest lead right now for Ilagan at 15.
Yan ang convenient para kay Josh Giab. You know, to start things off on the defensive end. But Cebu's got to come back real big here. Oh, wow.
Manzo with a powerful move right over Dondon Gumaro.
Ganda nung galaw na yun ni Jun Manso.
Mark Dyke with a free. Mark Dyke has been shooting lights out from beyond the arc in his last 5 games. And now a 16-point advantage for Ilagan.
Boy, that's a 35% three-point shooter right there in Mark Dyke.
Puwersa si Jun Manzo. He scores once more. 21 points for Jun Manzo.
And so far, nobody in Ilagan is able to stop Jun Manzo. He's just picking up on the post defense of Don Gumaro. Just too strong for Don down on the low block.
Mark Dyke again.
Oh, wow.
Mark Dyke, back-to-back freeze.
Wow, these guys have been shooting the lights out. The threes have really flown in para dito sa Ilagan. That's 8 of 31 attempts. Oh, again, Jun Manso. Same spot, same shot, thrice already, Ken.
Single-handedly trying to will Cebu back in it. 23 points. Lone guy in double fingers right now, Jun Manzo.
Boy, again, he goes to that low block. You know, really just trying to exploit that defense of Don Gumaro. Don Gumaro was topsiding him on that ball received. Clearly, that baseline was all for Jun Manso to claim. and finish with that basket.
And Gumaro is also known as a solid defender, but June Manso,
Yes.
just too powerful down low.
Yes, I totally agree.
24 big points.
Kumbaga, hindi rin ganun kadali umiscore ka laban kay Don Gumaro kasi he moves his feet a lot, but it's just that the power underneath really used by June Manso.
Miranda, muntik ng maagaw. Josh Giab with an elbow jumper.
And these guys started out scoring only 8 points.
DJ Diaz, the Ilagan team manager. And also, nandyan rin si Sir Joey Fournier, the team governor of Ilagan. Manzo this time dumps it down low. This is the problem for Cebu. Nothing apart from June Manzo really contributing. Meanwhile, it's been a collective effort para dito sa Ilagan Isabela Cowboys.
Boy, total collective effort by the Ilagan Cowboys.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free installation for split-type air conditioners.
If not the effort on defense, it's the unselfishness of these Ilagan Cowboys. Tate Sumalib already had a shot, but had to give it up for that finish by Josh Giab.
Sir Joey Fournier, the team governor of Ilagan.
You gotta be happy with how the Ilagan Cowboys are playing right now.
Giab completes the three-point play. 11 points now for Josh Giab.
Do the Cebu Greats have enough to try and come back here with very little time? June Manso starting to initiate again here.
26 points. But lead is still at 17. Giab will pull it back out. Gab Gomez.
The running phone. This is a stagger, I believe, from up top.
3 minutes left here in the fourth. Miranda. Mark Dyke. Three-point shot again! Mark Dyke! Three-pointers here in the fourth. John Hamon spins, gets the basket, and a foul will be whistled against Gab Gomez.
Wow, Mark Dyke. Mark Dyke, Josh Giab, these guys have woken up in the fourth quarter alongside Dennis Santos.
We should really show the numbers of Mark Dyke, especially in the last 5 games. He has been on a tear, especially from beyond the arc. And he was really quiet for the most part in this game.
Yes.
Pumutok na lang siya dito in the fourth quarter. Head of Operations, Emma Oreta. Head of Security, Rudy Distrito. And Head Coach of Manila, Coach Maxi De Andante.
Yeah, pretty much, Ken. That's how Josh Giab really performed. And what you like is, you know, he stayed composed all throughout. Oh no, another three.
Mark Dyke, confident looking stroke. That time a miss.
That looked good.
Cebu running out of time here. Down by 17. Hamon, the shimmy. Fadeaway jumper. And cashes in.
Cebu Greats have actually, you know, almost been exclusive to paint action. Everything down on the low block, nothing from the outside. Contrary to how Ilagan has done it. They've been shooting from the outside very well, forcing a lot of closeouts. And every time the Greats miss, you know, they're off to the races on fast breaks.
Ubalde bounce pass, Meneses. Ball got poked loose and it was off him. Turnover laban sa Cebu. They could check it. We are under the last 2 minutes.
Cebu still had a good run sometime in the 7 or 6 minute mark of the fourth quarter, but Dennis Santos, Josh Giab, and Mark Dyke happened, and so this lead ballooned.
Coach Ronje Enrile not happy, as well as Coach Junti. He thought Meneses got fouled. But boy, this fourth quarter run by Ilagan Isabela, wala lang sa kanya eh.
There wasn't any touch on Mark that time.
Ilagan Isabela. Their next date will be against the San Juan Knights. And boy, here, at least in the first 3 quarters, they got tested. But exploding here in the 4th quarter, Josh Giab, Mark Dyke.
This is a character game for both these teams. And right now with this win, as Don Gomaro knocks down another 3, that's the 10th 3-pointer made by Ilagan.
And you know, just alluding to Andrea's report earlier about Ilagan, as Mark Meneses scores, na binanggit nga nila no, na mas masaya yung samahan, mas nakapag-open up sila. I remember Coach Louie, after their practice, ito yung litanya na eh, you know, pinakamahirap kalaban yung hindi sumusuko. Whatever happens,
Right.
hindi sarili, kundi sistema. Tutulungan tayo niyan habang naglalaro. And that's exactly what happened here. Nasubukan sila dito ng Cebu. Cebu was simply phenomenal because of this guy, June Banzo, with a total now of 28 points.
And Ilagan Cowboys has shown us that it is tough to compete against a team that refuses to give up. These guys were, what, 8 points in the first quarter. And for you to come up with this 14-point lead with 15 seconds remaining, just tells you a huge turnaround somewhere in the game. And the guys have responded well. This was a big 4th quarter run for them.
And you rarely saw anyone from this roster trying to go one-on-one,
Agree.
take it upon himself.
Agree.
They stuck to the system.
Pretty much.
And credit the coaching staff of Coach Louie Gonzalez, because this Ilagan Isabela Cowboy squad